Okay, it says in a certain workday, the rate, keyword is rate, tons per hour. So I don't even know what it is yet, I just know it's rate, tons per hour, at which unprocessed gravel, so we got gravel arriving, so that's an in rate. A gravel processing plant is modeled by this. So this is an in rate. T is measured in hours. Okay, time period is 0 to 8. I'm trying to get rid of words. I'm trying to understand as I read. Beginning of the workday, plant has 500 tons of unprocessed gravel. During the hours of operation, the plant processes gravel at a rate of 100 tons per hour. So the idea is that you have a plant, it's just like a water tank. You have a plant, there's a rate at which gravel comes in, there's a rate at which gravel goes out once it's processed. That means we have a situation that occurs often on the AP test. You have an amount, which is the amount of gravel here in the plant before it's processed and then leaves the gravel. So that's the amount of gravel, A of T. So we'll say tons of gravel. And we know that A at time 0 is 500. Therefore, our rate is a combination of the in rate and the out rate. Because the out rate, which is 100 tons per hour, that causes the amount to go down, but the in rate, modeled by this function, causes the amount of gravel to go up. So our A prime, the rate at which A changes, will be the in rate subtract the out rate. Which means our A prime is the G of T subtract 100. Okay, that's a very common situation on the AP test. That's why I went ahead and just kind of wrote it out so I was clear what all this was talking about. Now it says find G prime of 5. I'm going to stop and do that. That just means find the derivative of G when time is 5. I'm allowed to use a calculator, so that goes pretty quick. I just pull out my calculator, put formula for G and Y1, and then I use the calculator function to find that derivative at time 5. You do have to say you're finding G prime of 5 so they know you were finding a derivative, and then you have to have the right numeric value. If you have that, you get 1 point. Then it says using correct units, interpret your answer in the context of the problem. So keywords here are G, kind of confusing. G itself is already a rate. So G prime is a rate of the rate. So the rate at which gravel is arriving, that means G. This is like saying G of T is decreasing because G of T is the rate at which gravel is arriving. So G of T is decreasing by this many tons per hour per hour. So whatever G is at hour 5, whatever the rate of incoming gravel is, that rate is going down by about 24 tons per hour. That decrease is occurring every hour at time equal 5 hours. Keywords are, that's kind of a hard one. You've got to describe the rate at which gravel is arriving, that's G. That rate itself is decreasing by this number, because this number tells me how fast this rate goes up or down. You've got to have these units, tons per hour per hour. You've got to say it's at time equal 5 hours. That would get you 1 point, or 2 total points on part A.